Hey folks, so yesterday I was doing this video and I realized that I recorded part of it without sound. And you have probably a little photo bomber back there, my little helper. So I just want to record a couple parts that I did just to kind of introduce the video. I was installing this new faucet with a filtration system and a pull down spray hose. The camper came with a generic, just regular faucet. And the first challenge that I had was trying to figure out where I'm going to mount the um, funny guy, where I'm going to mount the three-stage water filter. And so inside behind this wall here, this is just a really thin panel. There's no mounts. There's nothing. Not even at the top there was anything that I can put it on. And so I decided that I was going to put a board across, but I didn't want to hammer on this. I didn't want to screw or nail in on this nice thing here or in the front. And so I came up with a solution, which I'm going to show later in the video. All right, so here's the finished product, at least for the board goes. It's braced at the top and the bottom on both sides. We've already pre-drilled the screws in there. And then this just slides in. And then I just need to tighten these screws when I'm ready to go. The hoses for the filtered water come out on this side. And so I'll be able to just quickly connect those. I'll show you in a little bit. We'll have a splitter right here with a little valve that'll run the water for the filtered water. And then it connects up once I have the hose down. It'll connect up there to go back up once it's clean. But looking good so far. Somewhat out of the way, at least in a space that we're not using very much. Okay, so we're going to first loosen the bolts up here that we need to, so we can take this over. So we're gonna, this bolt right there and this bolt right there, just loosen those, and I'll be able to turn this brass piece until it goes all the way down and off the hoses, and then I can just pull the old faucet out. The hose disconnection right here. All right, so we have the old faucet out, and make sure that when you take it out that those washers stay in there, because otherwise you'll have a leak. And anytime you mess with your pipes before you go on a trip, you should check the water just to make sure. All right, so I connected all the instructions. I connected all the hoses according to the instructions. And then I fished everything through the hole. And as you can see, I'm putting the filtered water on this side so it's easy to get to. And this is the pull down. I haven't added the weight yet. And so down below, those are the hoses again. I just got to reconnect them up there, and then one of those hoses will get connected up to back up there. That's going to get just snaps in once I put the weight on it. That's what brings it down. And then there'll be one hose that'll come over to the water filter over here. Okay, so I have the faucet mounted. It's sitting up there. I haven't added the weight yet, so that it keeps the hose up by the faucet. That's what I'm about to do now. I did loosen it so I can get the hose through. I haven't connected the hot or cold water. We'll need an adapter for that. The camper has a different size than what the new faucet came with, so we'll have an adapter for that to reduce the size. But this piece basically just slides through there, and then it snaps into place right up here. And that's it. Keep it tangle free. Now you can see that the faucet pulled up right away, and bring it down, it goes back up. All right, once these hoses get out of the way over here, it'll be a little more free to work. Here's the hose for the filter, which I'll be hooking up shortly. But that's where we're at right now. All right, folks, so everything's all connected and ready to go. We have our filtered water right here, and then we have our regular water here. We have our hose where we can spray things down. And down below, this is where, this is the board that I mounted. I didn't have to put any screws through here or screws on the other side of this panel. All I did was put those L brackets in place there. And I didn't have a 4-inch board, I just took these 2 3-inch boards and I just braced them together. I did a pretty good job. This is pretty solid in there. These canisters is 3-stage. I still use the outside Camco cheapo sediment filter whenever I fill up the tank or have it hooked up to city water. But this will give me the ability to just filter just the one right here, so for drinking water and cooking water and such. So these filters, I have them at home. They last probably about 6 months. So we replace them every for the camper. We'll be replacing them every year because we don't use the camper all year long. This is the connection to the filtered water right here. So this is clean water. I kept the same color code. Really, when you use the instructions for this thing, it's in reverse. But since I have blue for cold, I kept the blue for the dirty water, and the water just goes in through here and goes out and goes in through here, goes out and it goes up through there. This is just the weight to make sure the faucet goes back up when you retract, and it retracts. And then there's the connections. I did have to use a 5/8 to 3/8 reducer, which shouldn't be a problem. It'll just add probably a little pressure to the line. I'll have to double check everything right now for leaks. That's the final thing I need to do before I call this a day. But from a video perspective, that's what it looks like. Oh, these things pop off pretty easily. You can even do it one-handed, and then they just pop right back in. They're not that difficult to manage. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. I'm going to give a little credit to, and I can't remember his name, but I'll post his video to the guy that I saw at least this thing from. He used a different filter underneath, but this is the one I use at home, so I just use the same thing. But the same concept, same idea. So I want to thank him for the idea. This is in my KZ Connect 241 BHK SE. So if you're looking for some ideas for your KZ Connect, or really any camper, this will work for, as long as you have the space, right? This will be a really, really good solution. So thanks for watching, and see you soon.